Hello, couch co-opers, couch potatoes, and couch co-ho-ho-ho dependents. This is the Couch Co-op Show. I'm your host, Ian, and I'm alone today, this afternoon, this evening, whenever you're listening to us on all the podcasting platforms, iTunes, Spotify, Audible, all the things. And if you're watching us also on Spotify or on YouTube over at youtube.com/milkmanpictures, we hope you enjoy the show. It's a special holiday show. All the guys are away on their journeys for the holidays. I'm sticking around home, so I'm recording this episode solo. I know you guys are big fans of these solo episodes where I talk a lot and then have to breathe heavily because I'm old and winded. But yes, we are recording a few days before Christmas. And we hope you have a wonderful holiday. And this is going to be a slightly themed holiday show in areas, but not really. We got some, normal stuff. And then I'm going to be doing, as the title of the show probably says, this is going to be the Stellar Blade review show. But let's get to it. I'm going to try and lock down all of the segments. So the first segment would be beer battle. So I am going to do a beer battle. It's kind of holiday themed. We have green and red. Green and red. So it's kind of holidays. This might be unfair. I've never had this, and as many of you may know from Couch Co-op, Stella is my favorite beer of all time. So we'll go with this one first. This is Fuller's London Pride. It's an outstanding amber ale, and as if you guys listen to the Couch Co-op show, you know that Nick and I are trying to resurrect and bring back the amber ale. It's underrated beer style that needs to be brought back to the forefront to greatness once again. Anyway, so I'll pop that. Let's check it out. Oh, it smells malty. Very biscuity. Very sweet, but kind of... it's pretty good. Okay, well, I'll drink those, and we'll see where I land on those at the end of the show. And now you may be wondering, did I do my homework? Because I know all you want to know what happened this day in gaming history. And today, when we're recording this is December 22nd. We do usually record on Sundays. This is a Sunday, December 22nd. And I did not look up what happened in this day in gaming history because one of the biggest things in gaming history happened today. Our very own Jared Clarkages was born into the world and descended upon video games in a monumental way. He's a huge video gamer, plays all the time, and he's co-founder of the show with me. We talk video games on the show. We talk video games when we're not on the show. Probably the biggest thing to happen to video games in the history of video games, in my opinion. So that is what happened this day in gaming history. Happy birthday, Jared. From me, from the show, from all our fans, I hope will, wish you a happy birthday. But I thought that would be a fitting way to do this day in gaming history. So big shout out to my good friend, my brother, Jared. Hope you are having a good one. I do know that he got a Portal for Christmas/birth. He calls it Birthmas because he's so close to Christmas and his birthday. He's one of those kids, You get to share the present. He gets kind of asked out on that. Anyway, so that's what happened this day in gaming history. Woo! So I'm just gonna knock out these segments super fast. I know everyone loves it when I'm just the one who talks and I talk super fast and the episode's over before you know it. So I'll try and slow down. I'll have a sip of beer. You guys should all listen and write in and tell us what you got going on for this holiday. Let us know if you got anything cool for Christmas. Or if you have a birthday around Christmas, you can tell us your stories about getting screwed for your birthday but getting your Christmas present, or getting a cool birthday present but getting screwed for Christmas. That's always fun, right? Maybe not. Yes, so Dr. Dave is not here, so there will be no Dr. Demo per se, but I have another segment. And, one of the favorite segments in the history of this show is that when someone goes on a journey, on a trip, leaves the show, is not able to be there at the show, we issue a challenge. And there's nothing more fun than issuing Dave challenges. And I'm sure he's super excited about this. But because everyone else is also busy, I'm going to issue challenges to the rest of the crew. So you're not alone this time, Dave. We are going to give challenges to everybody. Doesn't that seem fair? Okay, Dave. So my first game is for Dave. I keep saying Dave, but Rage 2. It is the sequel to the game Rage. It's by Bethesda. It's a first-person open-world action game. I never got through the first Rage. I have it. It's fine. I never kind of completed it. Rage 2, I think, is way better, way more engaging, and way more fun. And it has all this kind of, I think it plays better. I like the special powers. It has that Doom kind of first-person shootery stuff. It's post-apocalyptic, has some driving stuff. I think this is totally a game that Dave would love. It's on sale all the time on PSN. I think it's on sale right now for like, I don't know, $8 maybe. If not, I have a copy for PS4 he can borrow. I think it's a lot of fun. I remember when I got it, I just burned right through it. I enjoyed it so much. I think this is totally up Dave's alley. Not giving him a hard challenge with this one. It's a pretty simple game. I think he could beat it in like 12 hours maybe. Maybe it's shorter than that. It might be 8. I don't remember. But totally think he'd really enjoy it. I think it's a lot of fun. That's Rage 2. Well, it's actually by two companies. I mean, it's Bethesda, but it's also the company that does Just Cause. So it's kind of like they kind of work together to develop this game. So, yeah. And those are, I know Dave likes Just Cause, and he likes Doom, and if you smash it together, you have even more fun game. So, Dave, Rage 2, that is your challenge. Merry Christmas. This is your Merry Christmas holiday challenge. Just for you, catered to your likes. Enjoy. All right, who are we moving on to next? Jared. Okay, Jared. So this game I've only played a little bit. I know you want to play it, but I'm going to challenge you to play it because I think you'd really enjoy it. And it's also on sale. I think it's on sale right now, too. I think most of these games I'm going to announce to everybody are on sale right now. You can probably get them they're all probably under $20. Easily under $20. So these are Merry Christmas holiday challenges for the whole team under $20. So for Jared, I've played about an hour of this, and this is totally a Jared Ask Jared game, and that's Cult of Lamb. I would really like to see Jared beat this game, play through this game this year, talk about it. I think it's totally up his alley. It's really silly, has a great sense of humor. I really enjoyed it. I actually want to keep playing it, but I know Jared would really dig it, and it'd be great on the Portal. Since you just got the Portal for Christmas, great Portal game. Yeah, so that is my challenge to Jared. Merry Christmas. On to the next dude. Nick. Nick's a car guy. He likes, but he's not really, he's a car guy, but he's not really huge into racing games. So I'm going to give him one of my favorite racing games of all time. Also on sale. It's an easy one to pick up and play and then put down and then pick up. It's a little more cutesy, but it has awesome music, just fucking dope ass electronic music that you can just kind of chill out and vibe to. You do some races, and that's Art of Rally. The Art of Rally. One of my all-time favorite racing games of all time. I've played it on PC and PlayStation, and I played it pretty much everywhere. It's a great game. So that's Art of Rally. I think it does eventually, you do unlock a Subaru-like car towards the end. I know he's a big Subi guy, so there's kind of that comparison, or what is the word whatever. It's a parallel, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, Art of Rally. That is my Merry Christmas challenge to you, Nick. Just remember, don't drink and drive. Speaking of. On to Aaron, who I was gonna be silly and challenge him with Dead Space, to see if he could beat it before the other guys beat their games. I thought that'd be kind of a funny challenge, but he's already playing it, and I wanted to pick him another game, something new that I think he would really like, that I think he really should play. It's also on sale. It's in the sale right now on PlayStation. That's Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. I think that's a really great game. He loves the Borderlands stuff too. Tiny Tina's has got the fantasy, the D&D kind of RPG silliness, goofiness. I really enjoyed that game. I know Jared liked it. I know Nick really liked it. So there's definitely people he could play with if he gets stuck. Matt, our friend Reverend, he played it. He really liked it. So, I mean, we could potentially all group up and play, but I think he would just like it solo. It's a good pick up and play a few quests, with his gaming schedule. I think it's better than Borderlands 3. Yeah, Aaron, I think you would really enjoy Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Pick that up. It's on sale. I think that's perfect for you and your kind of gaming style, the kind of time you have right now. Anyway, that is my holiday challenge to you. Now, here's the additional challenge on top of those challenges. The first person to beat their challenge game. So whoever beats that challenge game first in the new year, I will get you a $10 PSN gift certificate. So potentially you would save money or get money back if you beat the game quickly enough. So, all right, guys, does that make sense? So that's how I'm doing holiday gifts this year. You guys got to fight for it. We will see. So that's the first challenge. Now, there will be a second group challenge. I will announce that at the end of the show. All right? So let's just run through it really quick again. Dave, I challenged you with Rage 2. Jared, I challenged you with Cult of the Lamb. Nick, Art of Rally. And Aaron, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Those are your challenge games. Merry Christmas. I love you. Who doesn't love a great challenge? All right. And there's incentive to beat it. All right? Is that cool enough? Sweet. All right. So now what I really want to talk about, what is the title of this episode, is Stellar Blade, man. This game came out like the beginning of 2024. And on the lead up to this game, I was really kind of hyped for it. It definitely seemed like the type of Ian game, kind of attractive lady fights, kind of like Nier Automata, but kind of more of a Souls-like game, or that's what I thought going into it. And then they released the demo, and that kind of reaffirmed what I thought it was going to be, kind of a Souls-like kind of game, with an attractive and kind of an out there storyline, So for some reason, after all the Elden Ring I had played, I wasn't super hyped on doing the difficult combat and having the campfires, and I don't know. For some reason, I just kind of decided to wait on it. And it got pretty good reviews when it launched. It's a pretty popular game, did really well. So I was like, okay. And everyone kind of talked about the game and said it had like Souls-like features, but then didn't really say really what the game was. Just kind of, that maybe it was like a little more like Devil's May Cry and less Elden Ring. Which is fine. I don't hate Devil's May Cry. I have Devil May Cry. I've played a few of those games. But they're not my like favorite kind of games. Anyway, months pass, obviously. Moving forward. Black Friday happened. And I got the game on discount. I think it was originally a $70 game. I think I got it. I think I got it for $40. That's fine. That's also just around the time that the Nier DLC drops, right? So I pick up the game, and it actually had saved my progression from the demo, which I thought was cool. So I kind of started, but at the same time, I was like, I don't really remember this game. So I was just like stuck at you reload at the boss fight, the first boss fight in the demo. I was like, oh great, I'm just stuck here. And I was like, what am I doing, So playing playing through the level. It's like, oh yeah, it's just it's going to be like this kind of game. So I kind of get through it and getting used to it and everything. And it's like, okay, it's cool. And, you can, different combos and whatever. So I'm playing through the game. I beat that first boss again, playing through the game. Story's kind of whack and weird. And then I get through that first stage, and then it takes you to this other place, the Wasteland, I believe. Well, it takes you to this place called fucking, what's it called now? Zion. So it's like, all of a sudden, just the imagery of the Matrix is so heavy-handed. There's like a ship that has coils that floats around. You go to Zion, and then you meet this guy called the Oracle. These are kind of spoilers, I'm sorry, but just how, like, well, it's just Matrix stuff. We just like, it's like, what? And then the game becomes very RPG, very Nier Automata. Like, incredibly Nier Automata for me. Like, it's just like, you're doing quests, you're in this open world, you're having these weird kind of conversations with weird characters. And I'm just like, and then the way they're handed out and the dialogue stuff kind of happens. It's like, this is very much Nier Automata all of a sudden. And even more so. And so then it actually made me like buy the DLC. So then I ended up spending another $10 to get the DLC. And then you have to do some quests to get that gear. But I got the gear. So I pretty much played this game as if it was a Nier sequel. Literally, I'm dressed up as 2B. I'm going around. It like literally, if no one had known that this was a different game and you just like cut a trailer, you would think this is like the new Nier, like a Nier sequel. You're fighting for humankind, and there's androids, and it's like this game very much heavily wears its inspirations on its sleeve. I mean, and it's very much more a Nier DMC game than it ever is a Souls-like game. Like, it's very not Soulsy at all. You don't collect souls. You have campfires, but there's so many, and they're not far away from each other. They're like very close to each other generally. Like, they're never very like it's never a difficulty. Like, if you played like 2 hours and then you died, you probably have saved. Like, they're so plentiful. And then I learned that, like, you don't always, it does do some light the game does some light checkpointing. So like, maybe you die from a character and you go back to a camp, but sometimes when you die, because there's a lot of platforming in the game, sometimes you'll die from jumping off something and it'll just respawn you at the jump. So this game is like if you cross Nier Automata with Tomb Raider with a Souls-like. If you mash those games together with light Souls, very light Souls. But if you were to mash those type of games together, that is the kind of game this is. And I would say it's mostly Nier Automata. A lot of combo attacks. You unlock more combo attacks. A lot. There are so many skill combo attack shit in this game. It's wild. A lot of ways to make things easier. Like, there's parry and dodge, but you can use their skills to improve the windows of those timings, which is helpful. But I really, and then, at that point, I really fell in love with the game. It's charming, it's quirky. Sure, it's not like something totally new, but it's something that just really sucked me in. And then at that point, I kind of fell in love with it. I've just been playing. I played it. I think my first playthrough was like 42 hours. Just trying to find all this stuff and, I don't know, just kind of soaking up the entire world that I really enjoyed. The music is great. It looks really killer. I think it's a really killer looking game. Yeah, I mean, obviously there was a lot of like, there's always some kind of negative backlash about sexy characters. I'm not a guy who, I like sexy characters. I'm always gonna like that kind of stuff. I can't help it. It's just what I like. I'm sorry if it offends you, then this game is just not for you. But like some of the violence is more grotesque than anything that's going on sexually. It's not like it's like she's a sexualized character, but it's not like it's sexualized like Bayonetta, where it's just in your face constantly. I feel like it's a bit lighter and and there's a lot of outfits you can get that are more sexualized, and there's some that are less sexualized. You can be pretty safe, or you can be pretty naughty. It's like up to you. Come on. And it is an adult game. It's not like adult like Triple X, but like it's for grown-ups. It's not for kids. This is not a kids game. So, just go in knowing that and you'll be fine. I think it's fine. Like there's nothing worse. It's not worse than anything else out there. So, that's all I'm going to say on that, but I think it's awesome. I thought the addition of the 2B stuff was pretty cool. I think it fits in perfectly. Really enjoyed that. The story is interesting and weird, simple but weird, and then you can see where it's going. It's pretty simple. So if there's the weakest part is probably the story. It's not like it's bad or anything, but it's like, oh, at a certain point, I'm like, oh, I know where this is going, and then it really goes like, the names of the characters are huge hints. So at first you're kind of like, that's weird that their names are like this, and then you're like, oh, well, yeah, that's exactly why their names are like this. So I was surprised that there was multiple endings. So I'm actually playing it through again to get those other endings. So that's just kind of, I really like the game. I think I can get through it way faster this time too. Now that I did a lot of the collecting and everything, I think I can get through the game pretty fast this time. And you get, with New Game Plus, obviously you get to carry over all your skills and stuff. So I'm really glad I finally got around to playing it. It just really polished, well-made game. I had no bugs or any weird issues with it. Runs really well. For this developer, for their first big AAA, I know that they've made mobile games in the past, but for this to be their first like main AAA game, it's like pretty impressive that they did so well. I think it's pretty cool. Really excited to see what they do next. If they do a sequel, that'd be awesome. But yeah, so I'm super hyped on this game, and I'm having difficulty deciding where it fits on my Game of the Year list. I guess you guys will learn where it sits on our Game of the Year episode. But yeah, I'm struggling to see where it lands. Just a lot of things to consider. But yeah, I'm super into the game. Had a lot of fun. I think it does a pretty good job too of like, it has like, there's only 2 difficulties at the beginning. At the end of the game, you unlock hardcore mode, so it gets more difficult. But if you're not really good at fighting, it does, on story mode, still pretty hard. But then there's other options to like, show better when the window of parry or blocking is. Like it shows you a better kind of like a QTE. It gives you the window. And it gives it to you more often. So like if you have difficulty with that, there are ways in the menu to help you enjoy the game if you struggle at that kind of stuff, which I think is pretty cool. I might even platinum the game. There's no difficulty trophy, so I think if I collect everything and play, I have to play through it 3 times though to unlock all the endings. But I guess I could have done the whole PlayStation Plus save thing, and probably saved me at least one playthrough, but I didn't have the foresight to do that. But yeah, I'm really positive on the game. I think it's really cool. And I think that's all I have to say about that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think it has some really great different locations and all the enemies. Oh man, a lot of cool enemy designs, dude. To grotesque to like, just like, oh, that's pretty sick. Just and varied, a lot of varied enemy designs. Very, very cool. They recycle a couple different model types for different areas, but for the most part, all the enemies are different in different locales, which I think is super cool. Another thing that I think is super impressive, I think it's one of the funnest fishing games I've ever played in an RPG. It has one of the best fishing mechanics, I think. I think it's really smartly done. Works really well with the DualSense haptic feedback. I don't know. I was really impressed. I hate fishing games, and this one I actually don't mind doing. So I speak highly of it. I don't know. I didn't hear anyone talk about it. I knew there was fishing in the game, but I think this is probably the best fishing game I've ever played in a game. So one of these days we'll have to go back and do like, what is the greatest fishing game mini game in a video game? I've played a lot of fucking shitty ones. This is one of the better ones. You also have different bait to catch different fish, and you can get different things. I don't know. Super cool. That's probably going to be the hardest one, is catching all the fish, because I know you get a special outfit for catching all the fish. That's probably going to be the hardest collection trophy in the game if I do decide to platinum the game. But yeah, I think, a lot of cool stuff working in this game, even though it's a lot of the, it's new IP, but it's using a lot of, things that have worked in other games before. But yeah, so yeah, that's Stellar Blade. It's on PlayStation 5. I don't know if it's on PC. Is it on PC? It might be on PC. Don't quote me on that. Maybe it'll be coming to PC. It's one of those things. I don't know. But yeah, really enjoyed it. I thought it was an awesome game. And this is, the guys, earlier I said there'd be another challenge. This is my second group challenge. Whoever gets the game and beats it first, I'll drop of the crew. I will drop another PSN gift card to the winner of that challenge. So there's two group challenges. So yeah, but I buried this one because I know you guys aren't going to pay attention. So all right. What else we got? Oh, we got the beer. Still drinking the beer. But I wanted to do a quick couch co-optional. So the band that I'm associated with, The Exquisite Taste of Plain Water, just dropped their final chapter of the film and album. So they did a full-length album, but we released it in 3 chapters. So we did 3 songs first chapter, 3 songs second chapter, and 4 songs the third chapter, making a full album and then a full film. We just released last week the final chapter, so the whole album is now available. The whole film in chapters is now available, and it's really awesome. It's really good. It would be awesome if any of our listeners would go out and take a listen to it. It's called Sailor Songs or Battle Hymns. You can find it on all platforms. It's available everywhere, literally everywhere, like Apple. Anywhere music is sold or stolen or given away for free, streamed. The films are obviously on YouTube, but you also can listen to just the music on YouTube. Spotify, Apple, Amazon. It's everywhere. It's literally everywhere. You can also just, if you need help, just go to the website. That's etpw.band. That's the website, etpw.band. And yeah. It's super cool music. It's kind of rock and roll, Americana, with some country folk infused in there. If you just kind of think like Tom Petty-ish, Jason Isbell, just rocking with, anyway. It's good music. The video film is super cool. I did all that work. That's my part that I did for the band. A lot of cool stuff there. So I really want to just plug that. That's my couch co-optional this week. And yeah, so go support indie artists, musicians, filmmakers. The band, again, is called The Exquisite Taste of Plain Water, etpw.band. You can find all the information there. And I hope some of you check it out, because it was a lot of work. And I don't know. Sometimes a lot of work just goes unnoticed. And I don't want to get into that because that can get depressing. But yeah, go check that out. Now I'm just going to vamp a little bit. I didn't do trivia. I could come up with trivia. really quick, maybe. Okay, this is trivia, but this is trivia not for the guys. This is trivia for the fans. So any listeners that have the answer to this, send it in. And I'll get you a PSN gift card. $10. Any of you email us back at thecouchcoopshow@gmail.com or whatever our email address is, I forget now. But good luck finding the email address. But whatever the email address is, if you email us the answer, the first person to email us the answer, I'll get you a PSN gift card. For $10. Not like $2,000 or anything like that. What are we watching here on? Anyway. Fucking Cyberpunk. Anyway, it's super simple. How about super simple? When we reference Chip and Dale, which two members of the couch are we referencing to? So who is Chip and Dale on the couch? That is my trivia question. Super simple for you. If you can name that, I will do what I said. I promise. Cross my heart. And I'm going to pop this other beer. I should have, it's hard to drink 2 beers and talk during a podcast. But easily enough, I mean, this is not going to... Surprising no one. Yeah. Surprising no one. While this London Pride, Fuller's London Pride, is a very good amber, it was a very bad choice to battle these 2 beers because pretty much nothing beats Stella Artois, in my opinion. It's my favoriteest beer of all time, and that's just is never going to change. There's just nothing that will ever dethrone it. So there you go. Unfair advantage, but Stella annihilates Fuller's. All right, guys. Kind of short episode. Just me bullshitting, throwing out challenges. Again, happiest of holidays to everybody. Hope you have a great time with your family, your friends, or whatever you're doing. I hope you stay safe. And we'll, I guess we have an episode just before the new year, but I wonder who of the guys will be there for that one. They'll just be complaining like, oh, challenge is great, Ian. Thank you. That's really, really what I wanted. Well, don't do the challenge then. I don't want to give you $10. Anyway, yes. We again are the Couch Co-op Show. You can find our podcast on all major platforms. We've been doing this for way too long. How long have we been? Like 2014. That's like 10 years. Oh, this will be our 10-year fucking birthday this year. It's wild. We should have more episodes, but we get lazy or go on breaks. Anyway, yeah. So it's crazy, man. Doing this for too long. But again, yeah. Everyone have a good holiday. We really appreciate the support. People that check us out. Again, happy birthday to Jared. Merry Christmas to my brothers on the couch. Hope you guys have a great holiday. And we will see you. Listen to you? Hear you? You will hear us? I don't know. I never know how to end this shit sometimes. I'm Ian for Couch Co-op. Remember to be excellent to each other. Wild stallions.
Couch Co-op is full of douchebags. Couch Co-op. Couch Co-op.
Never was too good at dancing. You always left me waiting in the wings to see what your dancing shoes might bring. With the music all around, we will be nowhere to be found. Isn't that the way it's supposed to be with you and me?
Maybe we should go on back to driving, counting all the headlights on the highway. I'll be sinking in the passenger seat, you'll be smiling wide